in Northamptonshire, Anarchy.
This is the old 101 team. They were semi-finalists in the Third Wars. Completely new robot, though.
Mike, they're all worried about you, because do you want to know who you're up against?
Go on in.
Revolution,
Yeah.
Judge Shred, and Thor the Vikings.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
No, they're quite actually
They're
worried
quite
about
axable.
you. You're very heavy.
171 kilos.
Yeah, I think that's what they're all worried about.
Yeah.
And how about the power behind your chopper?
Well, we've got the equivalent of Chaos 2's flipper behind our chopper, so it's very powerful. It'll go through 14 millimetres of polycarbonate.
No wonder they're all worried.
Basic Robot Wars rule: walkers can be twice as heavy, has very powerful weapons, but a slow top speed of just 5 miles an hour. Let's have a look at the teams. Revolution 2 on the left, captained by Roger Webb. Thor on the right, Captain Jason Marston. And there on the left-hand side, Judge Shred 2.5, Captain Alan Blakeman, and Anarchy, Captain Mike Franklin. And his daughter Amy there, she's now 10, she's back again. So's Matilda in the arena for the House Robots, and Dead Metal 2.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Intrigued to see the weaponry of Revolution 2 here at its finest, immediately coming crumpling down onto the top of Judge Shred 2.5 with the multiple body panels. There's Thor swapping blows with Anarchy. Thor also has the pincers, as well as the hammer. It has the team with the blonde wigs. We also have Judge Shred 2.5 with the judges' wigs. Don't get the two confused. There's Revolution 2, confusing things in a bit of a muddle and a melee. Judge Shred takes a blow there from Thor. Their team, great fun. Also, Anarchy in there with a couple of blows, and they're all having a go at the judge. They're the spinning, rotating weapons of Revolution 2 at 200 miles an hour, top speed, that flailing weaponry. Looks a little bit lightweight in body, though, if someone can get hold and flick it out. Thor almost rocking and rolling from Judge Shred's flipper, but down comes the hammer, stroke axe again. That's Anarchy in trouble in the flame pit, but turning away. The walker, ponderous, but nonetheless effective. Thor moves back to get the axe down. Judge Shred 2.5 is bearing the brunt of all this. Now, did you see a little flick on Revolution 2? And it was very easily flicked up in the air, I felt. Thor has a bent pincer at the front, but down comes the mighty tall axe hammer once again. This is very even. Very, very even at the moment. Blows are being traded. What's happened here? Judge Shred 2.5 against the arena sidewall. And I wonder, in attacking it, has Revolution 2 immobilised itself? Dead Metal comes out with the saw blade. The sparks beginning to fly. And that armament of Revolution 2, as we heard from Roger Webb and Gordon Anderson, not its strong point. Oh, meanwhile, Judge Shred has been flicked by Anarchy. The top of your picture. Can the judge right itself now? Thor is in attendance. They bash down using the the self-righting mechanism, but it hasn't been a great display by Judge Shred 2.5. They fought in Robot Wars Series 4 and in Series 3. They were knocked out of the heats both times. And that was a good attack by Anarchy, a brilliantly designed robot by Mike Franklin, once built a hydrojet-powered surfboard. If you look through the innards there, you can see 8 legs independently walking, but barely a wobble in the movement of Anarchy. It's the first time we've seen a walker in the history of Robot Wars so balanced. I think Revolution 2 is buckling, don't you? It looks in trouble, and it seems to have pinned itself there on the arena floor. Thor inadvertently has released. Judge Shred trying to flick Anarchy, but there you can get a sense of the weight of Anarchy. 170 kilos around about. Revolution, to me, has been immobilised. They're in trouble. Roger and Gordon, and they're being counted. Now, that's a shame, because it was innovative and good fun. But in the end, to get the great weaponry in, it was out of kilter, wasn't it? Out of balance for Robot Wars, and they're out. Revolution 2. So, one of the remaining 3 will join them out. 2 go through, and the judges will have to decide now. Will it be Thor? Will it be Anarchy? We know Revolution 2 have gone. Judge Shred 2.5, depending on a judge's results.
Well, Revolution gets counted out, but we're going to have to go to the judges on the other three. While they make up their minds, let's review the highlights. See if you can pick the winners.
Revolution 2, right at the thick of it, so too Judge Shred, but that took damage from Thor more than once. Anarchy, very good throughout, I felt. They've done enough, surely. Damage there to Revolution 2, put paid to its chance. Judge Shred flip, they could go on the judge's decision.
The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. They've gone for Anarchy and Thor!
Right, you two. You're up against Inshredable. 170 kilos worth of Anarchy. Take a look inside Anarchy. Probably the first time in your life. There you go. You're tightening bolts. But
Yes.
Is there anything more serious to be done?
No, well, nothing we can do in the time we've got available. The motors are a bit melted, but we'll see how we get on.
Okay, so you've both got a little bit of damage. It should be quite exciting, I think.
Also in the arena, Growler, those jaws can crush at 4 tons. And Sergeant Bash with the front pincers and the flamethrower.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Got to admit, I'm intrigued by Anarchy. It's not the slowest walker we've seen either in Robot Wars history. Inshredable, turning there, sleek, black, mean looking with the 1000 RPM spinning disc, moving at roughly 80 miles an hour. But those tyres though look very exposed, and I wonder whether Peter Wilmot, Martin Campbell and Chris Brooks have the experience against Mike Franklin, who's been in heat finals before with 101. Reached the series semi-final in Robot Wars 3 actually. Lost to Hypnodisc with his machine 101, which cost £1 and a penny to build. Oh, he's invested more time and I would say cash in Anarchy with weaponry like that. The flipper in underneath Inshredable, exposing the 1 centimetre ground clearance. And Anarchy has weight and weaponry to match this time. And you could be looking at a robot to go all the way. I'm not talking about Inshredable, because they're not going to go a lot further now that Sergeant Bash has them in his grips. Anarchy with another blow. You see the legs there moving? Scuttling. Down comes the axe blade of Anarchy. Just watch this design. Potential robot ears. Inshredable against the arena sidewall. In comes Growler. This is the first time the Inshredable team has competed. They've done well to get to this stage, but they've met a very good and mean machine here in Anarchy. There's little Amy. Likes her dancing, likes playing the piano. Got to mention Steve Bickle, who's the team mechanic in the pits with them as well. And Inshredable about to be counted out. And into a little peace and quiet, I would imagine. Invertible, that won't worry it being flicked like that. Smashing against the ref bot and counted out. Anarchy look very good, don't they? The ref bot shrugs aside Inshredable with the ease. Why, with the ease that Anarchy did so as well. And Growler. Down come those horrible jaws. And Inshredable is about to be dragged away somewhere nasty and unpleasant. A twirl and a whirl. Where will we finish with Inshredable, what do you think? On the pit? The flame pit? I think we'll just boot him down there. Down into the cellars of the Robot Wars arena. Bye-bye, Inshredable. See you again next time.
6.
Well, we don't need the judges for that one. Inshredable, go out. Anarchy, go marching on.
The
was just bullying, that, wasn't it? Yeah, you just bullied them. This is the most successful walk ever in Robot Wars, really.
I think it is, yeah, and it's certainly got some decent weapons on, which other
The
walkers
axe
are...
is-
It's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, it's not up to full power yet, but I think when we get up to full power, it'll be really, really lethal.
Why did you move from 101 to a walker?
I wanted to build something different. 101 was getting tired. It was fine for the early series when it was built for, but everything's moved on to sort of new heights. And I just wanted something that showed off what I could do engineering-wise and was different.
You're up against Tornado. It's
That's
seeded,
going to be a
seeded,
very, very
and a
hard
very strong
fight.
robot.
It's very fast. It's the sort of robot we don't really want.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it. Anarchy!
So Anarchy have survived Judge Shred 2.5 and Inshredable as well, and go on to the heat final, where they will meet the number 12 seeds, Tornado.
What are you most worried about from Tornado?
They've got that nasty shreddy thing on the front, and we've got all these legs, so...
Yeah,
So
and
really
they're
got
only
to-
covered by plastic. That's been my worry all along.
It's not thin plastic, it's nice, big,
Chunky plastic.
chunky plastic, but... So if they spend enough time wearing it away, we should do something to them.
Tornado.
Good team, the Tornado team. David Gamble, Brian Moss, and Andrew Marchant at the controls.
Anarchy.
Good machine, well designed by Mike Franklin, Little Amy, and Steve Bickle.
Roboteers, stand by.
Dead Metals in the arena for the House Robots. Look at that saw. Oh, and Sir Killalot for the first time in this heat.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This is an intriguing heat final. Winners go through to the series semi-final of Robot Wars, the 6th Wars. Anarchy getting the axe down. They need to flip Tornado early and buy the arena sidewall to get the 98-kilo machine out completely. Anarchy, almost twice the weight. Not as maneuverable, we know that. And can the spike spear through that heavy-duty plastic armor? They flicked Tornado. It's invertible. Won't hurt them there. It needs to be closer to the arena sidewall for a flick to be effective. Again, you see, Tornado will simply turn, run away, and come on another attack. Oh, and have they exposed themselves there? Trying to flick again, they have! Tornado with a spike right in to the very machinery of Anarchy. And as they went to flick Tornado once too often, so they left themselves exposed. What damage has been caused now? There's the little Teddy, the mascot of Amy Franklin. We've seen her mascots before in Robot Wars. I think it was a bunny last time around. Hasn't brought her even a rare bit of success. Anarchy with Tornado, centre of the arena. There's the spike again! There's the attempted attack by Anarchy, and once again Tornado driving in with the spike. Amy looks concerned, and why not? Tornado, I think, are the more aggressive and destructive of the two. And that's key should it go to the judges. And is that flipper still working? It is. Down it comes. But for me, Tornado has the measure now of Anarchy. You see they're the quicker across the arena floor. They can move away from any potential attack, clear the danger, and come again on an onslaught. And I think Mike Franklin will be the first to realise that. Andrew Marchant at the controls of Tornado. They'll be hoping to go all the way here. Reach the heat final of Series 4, through to the Series semi-final. They lost to Chaos 2 there. Anarchy under pressure from Dead Metal. Oh, poor Amy, sort of growing up with Robot Wars, isn't she? This is the 4th time she's been with her dad in the control booth. Tornado again, a side slam. Full of respect, though. And can't push Anarchy into the pit. Can't immobilise it, so it goes to the judges. Did enough, though, for me. Worry and concern. Confidence. Ooh, smugness.
close for me to call. It's going to go to the judges because both robots were still mobile. While they're making up their minds, let's review some hot robo action.
Well, they deserve to be smug, Craig, don't they? Because it was another very good performance by Tornado. It doesn't matter that they were pushed and rolled by Anarchy. There, they got in and caused damage, and again, and were on top throughout for me. Anarchy, good machine, very good machine, splendid design.
The judges have made their decision based on style, control, damage, and aggression. It took quite a while making up their minds. But they've gone for Tornado! You disappointed?
Yes.
Did you think you've done enough to win?
Yes.
What about you?
Well, I think if I'd have actually got the weapons under control, I'd have probably done a lot better, but...
That's what I wanted to ask you about. You kept flipping when you should have been action. Action, you should have been flipping. And it was all totally out of sync. You should have been anticipating them coming to you.
I know.
The timing was totally off.
We've had no practice with it. It was only finished the night before we came, and there was no time to practice axing things and flipping things.
You see, it was only finished. It's only a new robot, you know. They haven't had much practice, you know.
We gave him a good run for the money for a walker, I think. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Anarchy!